The power of the pivot. Register now for the Job Liberation Virtual Summit for Black women. Tickets go on sale today. You may have heard Marissa and I talk about the Job Liberation Virtual Summit, and it is now here. We are so excited to share with you. This is the second annual summit. Last year, we had over 300 Black women in attendance. This year, we're expecting 1,000 Black women. So we're going to share with you more information about the virtual summit in almost like a Q&A format so that you might have questions like, what is this about? Who is this for? How much is it? We're going to cover everything within this Q&A time. Now, Marissa and I are going to be sharing information, but if you have questions or comments, please share it in the chat and we'll be monitoring the chat and we can address those questions in real time. So again, we're so excited to tell you about the launch of the power of the pivot because as Black people, as Black women, we know how to pivot. We know how to pivot, okay? I know that we are in some difficult times right now, which I think highlights even more the necessity of us pivoting. And so we are here to share with you resources of how to pivot, okay? So we're going to lay out everything for you. Again, if you have questions, comments, please make those comments, questions in the chat, and hopefully we can cover a lot of your questions. But again, we're so excited to share with you. Marissa and I are opening the doors today. Okay. So if you don't know me already, I'm Dr. Kamani. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist of over 20 years. I'm also a toxic job survivor, but more importantly, a toxic job liberator for Black women. And I'm the co-host or co-founder of the Job Liberation Virtual Summit with Miss Marissa Price. So I'm going to turn it over to Marissa for her to introduce herself, and we're going to get right into it.
Yeah, hi everyone. I am Marissa Price. I'm a social worker, I'm a healer, I'm a freelance educator, specifically serving Black women, right? So, helping Black women heal from the trauma of toxic work environments, toxic experiences, and reclaim our self worth. And really tap back into our authenticity, which is so often stolen or attempted to be stolen in these really toxic work environments. So, I'm happy to be co hosting once again the Job Liberation Virtual Summit for Black women coming up May 16th through 18th. And yeah, happy to be here.
Happy to be here. Okay, so we are like literally, I had a full day. I was telling Marissa, I'm like, woo, I had back-to-back clients, but now I'm like, the joy is coming, right? The joy is coming out because I love talking about ways to support Black women. And particularly, I want us to know there's another way for us to live. It doesn't have to be dreading a job. It doesn't have to be, oh my God, I just got laid off. I don't know what to do. Like that sense of uncertainty and fear. There's another way for us to live, and we want to share with you the how. Okay. So again, this is going to be structured in terms of, and I see Marissa put the registration information here. So you can register by clicking the link here or in the description section. You could just click and register. Okay. So we're going to be breaking everything down for you again, the Q&A format. Okay. So what is it? What is it? Okay. So this is the second annual Job Liberation Virtual Summit for Black Women, which is May 16th. It kicks off May 16th to May 18th. So May 16th is the kickoff. So I know that's a Friday. So it's later in the day for the kickoff. It's going to be like a grounding. Okay. We're going to break down each of the sessions so you know what it is. It is recorded. People keep asking me, well, I can't be there the day of. It is recorded. So if you miss it, then you can come and listen to the recording. Okay. You don't have to be there in real time. Okay. So early registration is happening right now. Who is this for? This is for Black women across the continuum where you might be. Okay. It might be, I'm starting not to like this job. It could be to, I really need to get out this job, but I don't know how to get out this job because I got bills to pay, to get me out of here immediately, to I've left the job. Okay, this is the full continuum. It's for all Black women, to even Black women who've already left a job. So it could have been on your own terms, you could have been laid off. But again, the information that we're going to be sharing is for Black women no matter where you are on the continuum. And it doesn't matter what your profession is, it doesn't matter where you are in the world. We have participants who've come from places around the world. Okay. So it's not just people in the United States. This summit, this virtual summit, is for all Black women, no matter where you are on that work cycle, no matter where you are. Okay. And no matter where you are in the world. So with the time difference, again, everything is recorded. So we're going to talk to you a little bit more about what you will learn from the summit. I'm going to turn over to Marissa.
Yeah, so on the kickoff day, May 16th, which is new this year, right? Because last year was just 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. But on that Friday, we have a special session led by Coach Yolanda, who really helped me heal from my toxic work experience. She's a spiritual life coach. She is a Reiki practitioner. She is a doula. And she will be walking us through a session called Internal Freedom First. So that is the kickoff on the 16th, which I'm really excited about. And then day two, we have a talk by Stephanie Perry, who will be talking about liberation from toxic jobs, as she does so beautifully. Stephanie has liberated a lot of us from environments that are not serving us anymore, and like kind of planted the seed, right, that you deserve better than just
Mm-hmm.
toxicity. So I'm really excited about Stephanie's talk. Rashida Dow will be leading a talk on intentionally creating your post liberation life. And so I had the chance to be in Rashida's group coaching program from burnout to bliss during a very toxic job experience that I talked about on my channel. But having like that group component of being able to process what you're going through and then knowing that you can take a break, right, from work. And she's going to lay out how to do that. And then also like what happens after you liberate yourself, which is really important. Jasmine Williams Jacobs will be talking about a very important topic, identifying safe workplaces for Black or LGBTQ plus employees. Jasmine leads Black Remote Chi, which is a wonderful resource if you are looking for remote work that is specifically friendly towards LGBTQ plus community, Black employees in general. Please check Jasmine out. I'm excited about that talk too. Giovanna May Rice, yes, Reclaim Your Breath. So, a stress relief toolkit for Black women. She'll be walking us through breath work, which is so important. I know that when I was in a toxic work experience, that was one of the first things to go was my breath because of the stress, the toxicity. And so, being able to connect with your breath is essential to begin healing from what you experience. I will be leading a session on taking your power back, owning your skills, and rebuilding your self worth, something I've been focused on this year specifically. How do we reclaim our skills that we came into the job with? Because a lot of us feel like we don't have any skills, and that may keep us in toxicity, right? So it's reminding yourself that you still have the skills that you came in with. That's why you got the job, and you can take your skills anywhere you want. You own your skills. So I'll be talking about that. Yes, Rashni Kof will be talking about Vision Your Liberation. This is kind of like a dream board session, which I'm excited about, aka Glamazini on YouTube. So yeah, I'm excited. If you're interested in visioning your life, creating a dream around what you want your life to look like, this session is for you. And Alicia Renice will be talking about, I'm sure, dreaming inner child work as she did last year, which has changed my life, like really tapping into who I was as a child
Mm-hmm.
after that job experience, right? Reclaiming those parts of myself. So I'm excited about that talk as well. And then leading or ending day one will be Dr. Kamani leading the Afro Flow yoga session. Do you want to say anything about that? Because I'm excited.
Yes, yes, yes. So I'm in the process of becoming an Afroflow yoga teacher. And so I plan to offer more Afroflow yoga virtual classes. So Afroflow yoga is a mix between African dance and yoga. And so what I really want Black women to do, or what I really want to support Black women is not only with my YouTube channel and other resources about planning about how to get out of a toxic job, I want to also help us become more healthy. And I would think out of everything going on in this world right now, all the chaos and confusion, a form of our resistance is our wellness. And so we need to get that toxicity, that stress out of our bodies. So it's actually going to be an Afroflow yoga class. So we're going to be moving our bodies. You're going to be at home. We won't be able to see you. So you can just let loose, get all the toxicity out of your body.
Yes.
And so it's a really good way for us to connect to a cultural form of healing, which is dance and music. So I'm so excited. I did a free class previously. And so this is going to be a part of the summit. And I'll be joined with Antoinette. She is helping me through this process. So we're both in the process of becoming Afroflow yoga teachers. So I'm so excited to share this during the summit as well.
Yay, that's so exciting. And I do want to mention our moderator. So April Thatch will be moderating once again, Positively Pearl on YouTube. But we're so excited to have her back. She's a wonderful moderator.
She is.
So yes, I want to mention that too. So yeah, day two, kicking off day two, Halisi of our Black Utopia will be talking about FIRE, so financial independence, retire early. So different options. Day two is really the strategy day. Day one is reclaiming your power, and then day two is like the strategy day. What do you do going forward? So Halisi will be talking about FIRE. Krishan Wright will be talking about from passport to prosperity, how to make money from anywhere, which I'm excited about too. Rebrand and Rise will be led by Patrice Williams Lindo. So if you are looking to rebrand yourself and pivot from a toxic job, how do you do that? How do you create a personal brand? As we both have, really, in that process, kind of seen behind the scenes. How do you do that? How do you pivot out of that? And Patrice is lovely. She spoke last year too. So we're glad to
Yeah.
have her back this year. Yes, Katrina will be talking about liberation and longevity. Katrina Marie, ensuring wellness beyond the toxic workplace. So, how do you reclaim your wellness, your sense of well being after you've experienced such a traumatic event? How do you put the pieces back together, which I'm really excited about too. Sintoni Miller of Black on the Job will be talking about resume revision strategies. This can keep a lot of us in toxic work environments feeling the fear around how do I revise my resume? How do I
Mhm.
even do this if you've been there for a while? So she's going to like walk us through that process of revising your resume, which is so essential. And Livria Jones will be talking about how to find remote work, which is so beautiful. Yes, secure, flexible, and aligned opportunities. Livria is the queen of remote work. So I'm excited about that session. Kim with the Gems will be talking about how to maximize your income by leveraging your talents, which is so important, right? Reminding yourself that you have talents still, even if you're in a toxic work environment, a traumatic work environment that doesn't recognize those talents, you still have them. And how can you use them to monetize them, right? If you want to provide your pathway out of that job.
Mhm.
And then Anne Marie Archer will be talking about legal strategy, right? What are your options? What are your legal options? Of the anti-HR lady on YouTube, which she gives so many wonderful tips on legal advice, how to deal with HR, which can be a huge roadblock when you are in a toxic work environment. And then we will wind down day two to the bonus sessions on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, which we'll get into. But yes.
Oh, please share. Please share about the bonus sessions. We love bonus. What bonus? What happens on
Oh
a bonus
yeah. So Monday, Dr. Roche will be leading a masterclass, Get Your Money Right to Leave. And that is 7 p.m. Eastern on the Monday following the summit. This is the bonus 1 hour Zoom session that is included with the All Access Pass. So if you're interested in that, that's the first masterclass. There are three. So the second one will be led by Janice Sutherland, Pivoting Careers for Black Women Who Are 50 plus, right? We hear a lot of ageism in toxic work environments. And so
Mhm.
Janice is going to be providing strategies on how to make your pivot. If that is your fear, if you are encountering ageism, how can you still make your strategy and know that you're not stuck, right? So important. And then the third masterclass by Jackie Abram, the lovely Jackie Abram, will be teaching us strategies on how to protect your career. After you've been in a toxic work environment, you may encounter a lot of people who are trying to bring you down, right? Which is very real. How can you still strategize to protect what you have built in order to pivot out of that and go to something better, right? Whether that be a new job, entrepreneurship, to maintain your networks and your connections. So that is the third masterclass included with the All Access Pass.
Yeah. So I want to just say a few things about these bonus sessions. Okay.
Yeah.
So Dr. Roche, you may have heard me talk about Dr. Roche numerous times because Dr. Roche Brown is a financial psychologist. So she was the Black woman whom I work with to get my financial exit plan together so that I would be able to pivot out of that very toxic job and do very well. Right. So have multiple streams of income, find ways to replace my income, know what was the bottom line number that I needed to get out of that job. So again, a financial psychologist. This is the first, you probably never even heard of a financial psychologist before who's a Black woman. Okay. So that's, want to talk about that. Janice really speaks to Black women. And a lot of the women who watch my channel are over 40. So it
Mm-hmm.
really helps Black women in the sense of this mindset that some of us might have about, once you get to a certain age, you really don't want to leave because you're concerned about well, I've been here this long. What would I do? Right? I don't have any other options. So she's going to walk through and talk about what the options are. And with our last session with Jackie, Jackie really, she has a new book out. She's going to be talking about her book and her book, because she has a series of books. Okay. So she's got Hush Money and a follow up to Hush Money. But what she's also going to talk about is, let's say you are currently in a toxic job, and there's generally a exit planning process. So I just, when I talk to Black women, I say, don't just up and leave, right? Ideally, you're not just going to want to up and leave unless you're experiencing an immediate crisis, right? And or you may have been laid off from a job, maybe unexpectedly, okay? I'm also with Jackie. She's going to talk to you about, if you're still in the toxic job, how to actually survive day to day as you're creating an exit plan. I think that that's really important. That's something that I think we don't talk about enough on my channel. I talk more about, like, how to help you leave and heal and all that. But we also need to talk about, what is that process like for you to get ready, to leave. Now, I see some comments in the chat, and I want to respond to those right quick. So I see a comment. I'm planning on attending once I'm able to pay. I got to get out of this job. It's toxic ASF. I got you, sis. I got you. Now, let me say this, and we're going to talk about this in a minute. There are different payment options as well. Okay. So you don't have to come out of pocket immediately. Okay. But I don't want you to miss the opportunity. I say, I need that class, 45 plus. I'm stuck with whether I should pursue an MSW or get some other type of skill training from becoming a contractor in a total different field. These kind of questions you'll be able to ask and get the answers to from, we got 15 Black women speakers. So they've all been there and they're all able to walk you through. Okay. So come with your questions. Never heard of a financial guru. I need a Black woman financial psychologist who is also a licensed clinical psychologist like me. Okay. And I would not bring her to the table if I didn't know she knew. I'm vouching for her because she helped me. Okay. Having a plan sounds good. An aspect of my job gives me anxiety. And although I would not label toxic, chronic anxiety is not good for my health. Yes, that is so important. I'm so glad you named that, sis, because it may not be toxic. It could be a job you've outgrown. But the point is, if you're experiencing any job related stress, that is unhealthy for us. It takes a toll on us physically, mentally, spiritually. It spills over to our private lives. It's just not healthy for us. And so, my hope is that you come to the summit, you get all of this information, right? And you might be scared about coming. You might be scared about, we're going to talk about that too. You might be scared about making changes in our lives, but you need to recognize sometimes there's a need to pivot. You also may even avoid thinking about coming to the summit. Okay. You might say, wait a minute, this sounds great, but it's too much. It's too much for me right now. Okay. There's no harm of you getting the information. If you come to the summit, it doesn't mean that somebody's holding you to accountable, like you got to leave next week or you got to leave. No, you are coming to get the information for you to decide when you want to leave. Okay. You have the freedom of deciding when you want to leave, but we want you to be prepared. And I want to quote Kim with the Gems, who says it's important for you to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Okay. So this is an opportunity to get ready, to stay ready, and for us to pour into you. Okay. You're learning from other Black women who understand what you've gone through, and you're in a community of other Black women. It sounds good. I'm amazed. Everything it spills over into even my off days. Yes, it's a constant battle. It's horrible. It's a horrible existence. Okay. So we don't want you to continue to live this way. And I really wish that when I was at that toxic job, that there was a me and Marissa back then that could have created something like that, so that I would have had that resource. And so Marissa and I are both toxic job survivors. So we are really thinking about the A to Z. What is the A to Z that you would need to know as a blueprint to shortcut the process of leaving a job, or if you've been laid off, a shortcut about what your next steps are, so you're not out there really trying to figure out what to do. I will add to my calendar once I work out payment options. Thanks for providing this space. So empowering. So happy you said that. Okay. So again, if you have questions or comments, please continue to share them as we're sharing more information with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Marissa, you want
Okay.
to talk about the payment options? I mean,
So there,
the different
uh,
ticket tiers?
yeah, the different ticket tiers. Yeah. So there is the standard Liberation Pass, and this provides you with all the live sessions, May 16th through the 18th, as well as 3 days of replays. Because we did hear last time people had technical issues, they weren't able to catch the session. So we wanted to provide at least like a limited time of replays for you to be able to watch it back. So that is the standard Liberation Standard Pass. The Freedom All Access Pass provides you with replays for 1 year. So all the live sessions, May 16th through 18th, replays for 1 year, $150 off the replays from last year. And we had so many great sessions last year as well. And then those 3 bonus master classes that we just talked about, right? So the master class with Jackie Abram, Dr. Roche, and Janice Sutherland, those will be included too. And those are on Zoom the Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday following the live summit sessions. So if you
Mm-hmm.
want more private advice, right, in a Zoom room, a smaller community, please register for the All Access Pass to access those Zoom sessions.
Okay. And can you just
Yeah.
tell them like how much is the general access and how much is the all access?
So the Liberation Standard Pass is $99 currently. It is early registration pricing. So the All Access Pass is $299, and early registration pricing lasts through April 15th. And then after that, the prices will increase to standard pricing. So please take advantage if you're interested in attending the summit during the early registration window, which ends April 15th.
Yeah. Oh, I see this comment. I love this comment. Last year's summit was fire. Yes, it was
Oh,
fire. It was amazing. I mean, just
it
to see how
was.
you have 300 Black women commenting and just saying, "Oh my God." And just, I learned so much. I've
Mm-hmm.
left and I've learned so much from the summit. So,
Me
again,
too.
there's two options in terms of the tickets. And just about a ticket now so you don't forget, right? Can you also talk about the payment options? Because sometimes we might need to consider other payment options. So, can you talk a little bit about the payment options, Marissa?
So the payment options you have to set up yourself before you purchase your ticket. Hey Summit has limited payment options. I know that there are other payment platforms that have afterpay and stuff like that. Hey Summit does not, so you will need to set that up on your own in order to have that process basically carry through to be able to pay
Yeah.
later for the ticket.
So, I think that's what the follow up question was. I was wondering, is it in installments?
No, no.
Okay. Okay, okay, okay. So, just want to talk to you guys about privacy considerations, okay? So, all this information we're sharing with you, for real, this is a deal. So, if you think about the Black women that we have lined up, this lineup, you're not going to see anywhere else, okay? But when you think about for maybe one of those Black women, a consultation with not with one of them would exceed $150, right? So just think about all the Black women who really are accomplished Black women, really who have pivoted and are doing very well and are sharing back with you. The price of consultation with one outweighs the price of the, or I would say one or two, outweighs the process of the all access pass. So, in terms of really having access to the bonus sessions. So, let me say a few things about the privacy considerations. As Black women, I know that we value our privacy. I know that we don't want people in our business. Okay. So, Hey Summit, that's the platform that we utilize for the virtual summit. No one will know you're there. Okay. You will not be on camera. Only the speakers will be on camera. Okay. You will not be on camera on Hey Summit. The other thing is that if you have questions or comments that you want to make, you can change your name in the platform. Also, your name will not be listed. Okay. And I see Marissa's comment, no attendee cameras are allowed. Okay. So we really value your privacy. We really want this to be a safe space for you to learn and just immerse yourself and think about the possibilities. But not only think about the possibilities, because a big part of this is your mindset. Okay. So Stephanie Perry is going to be talking a lot about the mindset stuff because our mindset says, I can't leave this job. The mindset says, I got to stay at this job till I'm 65. The mindset says, there's no other way for me to leave this job and do well. That's not true. We have to identify what are those limiting beliefs and how do we challenge that. And we're helping to walk with you through that, right? The other thing is that we're walking with you through the fear, okay? Fear is real. Okay. The fear is scary to leave a job. It's scary if you got laid off from a job and you weren't expecting it. It is scary. Yet there is a way forward. There is a way forward. Okay. So, Marissa, can you talk a little bit about the possibility of sponsoring a Black woman to
Yeah.
come
So if
back?
you like, yeah. So if you're already purchasing your ticket, you can add that as an option to your cart this year to sponsor another Black woman directly there. If you're not attending the summit, you can reach out at support at liftingasweclimbconsulting.com, and we will help you be able to sponsor a Black woman to attend. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was an option that a lot of people took advantage of last year to be able to provide right access to the summit. Um, so that's huge. And if you'd like to sponsor the actual summit, I do have a link to the sponsorship document here that I'll put in the chat. But please reach out, support at liftingasweclimbconsulting.com to sponsor the actual
Yeah.
summit, to
Yeah.
showcase your business. Mm-hmm.
And just know that the sponsors we had last year, the sponsors we have this year, these are Black women owned businesses. Okay. We know the importance of supporting each other. So the sponsors are Black women owned businesses. We also have some Black women owned businesses that have, in this chat is the sponsor information, who are also going to be giving like virtual goodie bags to us as well. So there's so many different perks that are available to you. So not only may you be coming into the summit, maybe scared, maybe doubtful, maybe frustrated, maybe so many different things coming into the summit, you will be leaving the summit a different woman. You will be transformed, you will be motivated, and you will be in a community of other Black women showing you how to move forward, how to pivot. And I see comments about your generosity is one of the reasons I decided to support the summit. Keep shining, sisters. Thank you, sis. I'm used to making a certain amount of money. It's scary. Yes. I'm glad you called it out. Okay. One of the things we're going to be talking about during the summit is creating multiple streams of income. Okay. Side hustle, rebranding, replacing your income. We're going to be talking about all those things because the financial consideration, I'm not going to minimize it. It is terrifying. It kept me at that toxic job way too long, way past the expiration date because I didn't know how to replace my income. But I'm not lying to you. Now that I've left that job, I have multiple streams of income, multiple, way above what I used to my income, which was good. Okay. Multiple streams of income. So we want to teach this to you and show you how, because as Black women, particularly during this time, we have to be very mindful of creating multiple streams of income because we don't want to be dependent only on one job. Because what happens if poof, you see what's happening right now, poof, the job is gone. We don't want to be dependent on only that one source of income. Oh, question. Okay. Well, comment. Thanks, Dr. Kamani. I need to hear this. I had a very trying day. I hear you, sis, at work. Keeps hope alive. Yes, girl. Keep hope alive. Okay. We are keeping hope alive with you. And it's fun. I'm telling you, the summit is fun. We like have, yeah, it's fun. I'm telling you, it's not just like, oh, this is so sad. No, you learn from other Black women who are hyped. Like you say, I'm hyped. We're hyped about sharing information with you. A question came in about learning more about sponsor options. So as Marissa said, you can in the chat you see the link for sponsorship. So you can go in our description section or in the chat right here, and you can also email me to get more information. Can you share the email again, Marissa?
Support at liftingasweclimbconsulting.com. And I'll
Thank
put
you.
it in the chat too.
Thank you. Yes. Comment, I'm a retired veteran, but I still need to work. It's never enough. I got you. I got you. Can so relate. Thankful to be entrepreneur. Corporate almost took me out. Girl,
Oof,
well, let me say
that's
this.
real.
Girl, let me say this. Okay. From what I've learned on these YouTube streets, that it's across professions. It is absolutely amazing. I'll talk to a Black woman medical doctor, attorney, somebody in corporate, somebody who's in the art field. It's across the board. The dynamic is the same. the things that we experience as Black women is the same. Okay. So know that you're not alone. That's why I've been talking so much on YouTube. That's why Marissa talks on YouTube, because we want Black women to know that you're not alone. We want you to know that there's resources available to you. We want you to know that you have agency, right? We can't control everything that's happening to us, but we can control what we choose to do about it. Okay. As we have agency, it's important for us to have our hands open. Okay. As Black women, we're so used to fighting people all the time, right? We're used to fighting these fools, fighting these people. And that sense of like, you're not gonna run me out this good job, right? We're closed, right? When we're closed like this, we're continuing to be harmed. Okay. When we open and we're receiving information, then we're able to pivot. I'm telling you, as Black people, as Black women, we know how to pivot. Okay. Sometimes these situations make us feel stuck. We are here to help you get unstuck. Okay. So I see another comment. Hey, Mara, how you doing? I'm thankful to be an entrepreneur. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So, ladies, just to repeat, this summit is for Black women. Okay. So this is the second annual Job Liberation Virtual Summit for Black women, May 16th and 18th. It is recorded. Okay. So even if you missed the live, you can still come to the recorded version. We just talked to you about the range of brilliant Black women that you're going to be learning from. Also, we talked about the privacy considerations that you will not be seen on camera. Okay. Your name will not be listed. If you have a question or comment, you can change that in the platform. Okay. So don't let that fear keep you there. Okay. Don't let fears about, oh my God, I don't know, somebody might find out I'm trying to leave. Da, 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 da. Let's not give into the fear. Let us get empowered. Let us know what we have available to us. Let us use agency. Let us utilize the choices that are available to us, and let's learn from each other. Let's learn from each other. Okay. So again, you can register today. Registration open today. Okay. By going in the description section, it has the link, the registration link. It's also on the screen, and you'll be seeing more information come out about our Black women sponsors as well. So Marissa and I hope that you will be there. We are also hoping and asking that not only you register, so not only you save yourself, okay, but that you also share this information with other Black women. If you know of another Black woman, more than likely she's in a toxic job or a job she's outgrown, or maybe she may have been laid off unexpectedly, okay? Let's see. I see comment. I have the page up, just waiting to work it into my budget. I hear you, sis. I hear you, sis. Right. It's about priorities and what you're able to work in, right? But also know this is an investment. As we think about things we invest in ourselves, this is an investment in yourself. It's an investment in your freedom. Okay. So we want all of us to live well. And many of us are not living well because we are in a situation at the job, and we're at the job so much, it takes up a whole bunch of our time and we're miserable, and it spills over to other areas of our lives. So Marissa and I want you to know, and we want to show you there's another way. Okay, so register for the summit again and share this with other Black women. Give this video a thumbs up because it lets YouTube know to suggest this video to other Black women. Okay, make sure you just subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Marissa's channel, and again, we hope to see you. No, we won't see you. We hope that you see us and the other brilliant Black women during the summit, because we won't be able to see you. Okay. So again, register. Marissa, do you have anything you wanted to share?
No, please come. We had over 300 Black women attend last year globally, right? So again, this is not just if you're in the U.S., if you're in the West. Unfortunately, this is an issue that impacts Black women all across the globe.
Yes.
So please register, and we have those 3 extra days of replays, even if you get the standard pass this year. So if you are in a different time zone, you have that flexibility to watch sessions over the 3 days following the live summit sessions. Yeah, so please register.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sis, there's a way out. We're telling you it's a way out. This is the key to liberation. I'm telling you, it's a shortcut. It's a shortcut way to liberation, because you might feel like, well, I could Google this stuff. I'm telling you, you cannot Google all this stuff. It would take you forever to Google all this stuff. YouTube, it would take you forever to YouTube all this stuff.
Mhm.
Emotional and mental well-being is priceless. That Mic drop right there. Mic drop. Thank you,
Yeah.
sis. Marissa, please share your IG or YouTube channel. So can you
Yeah.
share?
So yeah, YouTube and Instagram. I'm at Marissa Price Heels on both platforms. So yes, please
Yes.
subscribe.
Okay, ladies. So again, we were on just a little bit to share with you the exciting news about the early registration is now open. And you said early registration, Marissa, again, is till April 15th, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. And the
Mm-hmm.
regular registration is from April 16th until the day of the summit,
The summit.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Another comment came in. Glad I found this channel. I seriously felt I would stroke out
Oh,
working in community mental health. This channel gave me the confidence to quit that job. Yes. I'm abroad now, figuring it out. High five, sis.
oh, that's
I love it.
amazing.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
That's
And what I
amazing.
really appreciate what you're saying is you're acknowledging the significant toll that being in a toxic job can have on you. And you're
Mm-hmm.
also really giving voice to um, particularly those of us in the mental health field. We go through so much trauma. And I'm not discounting the trauma of other people, but it's a real mind F for many of us in the mental health field that we go into this work because we're trying to help heal people mentally, but we're
Mm-hmm.
being mentally traumatized. Okay. So I appreciate you giving voice to that. And I love that you have taken your freedom and that you recognize that when we are in community and we learn from one another, it can give you the confidence to make those moves, those power moves, so you can pivot. Okay. So,
Mm-hmm.
ladies, register for the summit. Please share this information with other Black women. You can share the video, you can share the link, but just share with other Black women and make sure you register. Okay. So, see you later. Take care, everyone. Bye.